Okay, so something that's been brought to light recently that I'm reflecting on that I want to get out of my mind. It has been brought to my attention again. Okay, and when I say again, I don't mean like it's like every week or every day or every month. Sorry, my body is like, we need to stretch. Okay, so what has been brought to my attention is that people around me feel like I am better than them and smarter than them. This is not new to me, okay? It's just like, wow, again. I mean, like, yeah, duh, they feel that way. I can feel that they feel that way. You know, it's called jealousy, is really what it's called. Envy, hating on me, you know, haterism, whatever you want to call it. It's not me, okay? It's never that I am thinking this, okay? Because that's not how I work. I don't ever think I'm better or smarter than anyone, but I am constantly working on myself and constantly educating myself and constantly sharing the knowledge that I have with others, not like enforcing it, but like in times where I feel like it's appropriate, then I'll share some knowledge or something that I've learned based on my life experiences or based on research and science, you know. This has been a reoccurring theme in my life since, I want to say the first time I experienced it was probably in my teenage years. I don't think I was very aware or experienced those things in childhood. Oh, from my sister I did when I was a kid. She was always like, you think you're better than everybody, blah, 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 right? So it has been kind of like a reoccurring theme just in general. Now, when I was a child, I don't think I was very smart. Not because I wasn't capable, but because I didn't understand the school curriculum and I never asked for help. I was really shy and I just kept to myself. I would try to do my homework. I didn't have help. My grandma didn't speak English. She didn't read English, and so she could never help me. So as a child and even a teenager, I didn't feel smart at all. Okay, so for people to say that they think that I think that I'm better than them, even at those stages, completely not true. Maybe I feel like that even though I have experienced a lot of traumatic stuff and a lot of probably self-esteem issues, I've always kind of kept those to myself. And I've always tried to reflect my positive traits, happiness, and reflect on optimism and joy and those things. And maybe those things could come off as me feeling better than other people. I do know that later in early adulthood, my partner at the time was jealous too and a hater too. He was always telling me that I think I'm better than everyone or I'm better than him, or I'm perfect, right? I'm perfect. And I never felt that way. I never understood where that was coming from. And I just would ignore the comments. I just didn't get it. I didn't understand why my partner who loves me would be talking to me like this. The only thing I could think of is that, well, he was an orphan and he didn't have a family, and I did, and maybe that was the part of me that I thought was better, even though my family was super dysfunctional and never supportive or around, so I don't know where he was getting those things from. And then later, of course, I've talked about this before, throughout high school, and then later at random jobs, and then when I was a dancer at Deja Vu, there was always somebody just talking shit and hating on me. And it seems like that is still fucking happening, okay? I'm almost 45 years old, and people are still acting this way. It's kind of disappointing to hear, but it's also, I've realized as I've done so much self-reflection and healing in my life that it has nothing to do with me. This is what they think of me, and a big reflection of how they see themselves. So when it was brought to my attention, I was like, wow, I've never said that. But it's kind of cool that they think that. Wow, they think that I'm amazing and smarter than them. Like, I just take it with a grain of salt and with humor, because I don't take it seriously. I've realized that a lot of what people have projected onto me as being my problem is actually their problem. And I also, I brought this up when I was talking to a spiritual healer recently, and he had brought up that, well, usually when people are jealous, it's because there's something in you that they wish they could be or they could have. And he recommended that instead of ignoring it, that I should use them, my experience, to teach them how to gain that light, right? I totally get that, but I don't have the energy to go around and fucking teach everyone how to get to where I'm at, because where I'm at has taken a lot of fucking work and self-reflection, and a lot of people that are projecting this negative energy onto me are not willing to do the reflection. And so I feel like it would just come off again as me thinking I'm smarter and know more than they do by trying to teach them. So I've learned throughout my life that there are some people that I just need to walk away from and not help. They need to help themselves. I'd rather focus on helping people that want the help, that are seeking the help, or even younger adults and children that just are lost and don't know how and are searching for the guidance. Those people I can help. I cannot help people that are blaming me for their problems, because in their life, I'm the problem, right? So those people I just need to get away from, ignore, shield myself from their negative energy so it doesn't continue to perpetuate more negative energy, right? It doesn't mean that I dumb down my energy so that they feel better about themselves. Their lives and their life purposes are their own, you know, and my life and my life purpose is my own, you know, and eventually it all kind of unites and combines with other purposes, but I'm not someone that likes to feed into conflict. I've done that before in the past when I was a child and when I was a teenager, and it didn't get me anywhere, okay? It just created more conflict. And sometimes I ended up in the fucking hospital. So I've learned that interacting with conflict, with more conflict, it gets somebody hurt, and I don't want to be that person getting hurt, because that's where it's ended in the past. So as an adult with my more enlightened mind, I realized that there are... Hey Rainier, I'm not even talking to you, Rainier. I'm talking to the phone. He's just been whining this whole drive. And then it kind of makes me like feel like I should have just fucking left him at home. You know, like, I'm bringing him with me so we can get out of the house, so I can take him to the dog park, so I can go to a cafe, do some homework, have a nice relaxing day, and this fucker just makes me stressed out. So, Rainier, next time I leave the house, you're not going with me if you keep whining. You need to just take a nap and relax, and we'll go to the dog park later. But if you keep whining this whole time, you're not going to the dog park. So you need to relax and be quiet. I hope he understands English. I really do. Because sometimes I feel like he doesn't. Anyways, I totally got distracted. I think I'm done talking.